fact. Arrival Day in Guyana initially celebrated to commemorate the first arrival of indentured laborers from India on May 5, 1838. As years went by, this date was also used to celebrate other groups of indentured laborers who journeyed to this wonderful land to call their home.
Happy Arrival Day! I am Lorraine Ward. Welcome to an amazing journey of Homestretch Magazine. We will highlight the Singing Puri Man, International Day of Dance, Personality Profile, and Ballroom Dancing. If there is one way to describe this Guyanese, would be by his ingenuity. While some of you may or may not have any knowledge of this creative individual, nestled quietly in Section B Sophia is a thriving and inspiring entrepreneur.
It is just about 5 a.m. and while some of you are already up and about and others are just about making their first turn, a young man's day started about 3 hours ago. This morning we are going into the kitchen of Lavanal Hendricks, better known as the Puri Man of Section B Sophia. Inside, Puri Man.
Yes, yes. Greetings again, my
Good morning.
friend. Good
How
morning.
are you?
I'm okay. What about you?
I'm okay too.
It's nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you too.
Lavanal Hendricks, better known as the Puri Man, was born in Madhya but now resides in Section B Sophia. With his wife assisting him, Lavanal makes approximately $160 to $200 puri on a daily basis and plies his trade in the Sophia area. When asked how long he has been doing the business and how he got started, this is what he said.
I would say I have been doing Puri hustle like for 6 years, going into 7 years. I always desire to do my own business, right? And first I used to work with people, but I never used to like how they would speak to you and treat you. So I decided to walk off the first work on my body without knowing what I'm gonna do. But I try all different things until I start getting into the food and it start working. When I go St. Lucia and come again, my brethren say, why you don't try cooking again? And in St. Lucia I go and I see a thing they're making called dal. It's like a half moon with the same peas. So I make that, but it used to suck up a lot of oil. So I start trying the puri. So as I tried it, I used to fail, but I keep trying, you know what I mean? And I try until I get through. And even though I did get through at first, the ends used to still be hard. So, and customer would say, you know, Puri Man, don't feel no way, but I got something to tell you. And they would let it out, but I, as a guy, I could always take advice. So I go to one of my baker man friend and I ask him why he could put in it for make it soft. He said he could put lard, you know. So I start buying lard and I start putting lard in it, and the lard is make it come out spongy and nice, you know what I mean? And right now I don't use lard because I find out that it's made from pork fat and so on. But I develop a skill in it to mix the flour accurate enough that can still make it come out soft. You know?
He further notes that it all started with $3,000 that was given to him, which he invested some 6 years ago, that led him to where he is today.
And I take the 3,000 and I spin it and I spin it and I spin it to this day. And to this day, the 3,000, it do everything, you know what I mean? The puri hustle, it do everything, you know what I mean? So what I would like to say to the youths them out there, you know what I mean? They need to use the timing constructively, and there's so much we could do, because within a day, you'll get so much time, you know what I mean? So to the youths them, I like them to at least use me as an example and have many more other people.
He has since gotten positive responses from people across social media who see him as an inspiration.
It's still amazing how everything happening. And not just you or you feeling it, the whole world. Because people would type and tell me, I love what you're doing, keep doing it. You're inspiring many others. You know what I mean? So it's a joy.
Lavanal does his pre-prep activities the night before, such as blending the seasoning and grinding the peas. He wakes up every morning at 2 a.m. to start the process with his wife. By 7 a.m., he leaves home and is back by 9 a.m. Lavanal says he works until he is tired. Nevertheless, he continues because there is much joy in seeing satisfied customers. The Puri man makes his work a fun and interactive activity with his wife as he shares his kitchen and his work live on social media. After 5 hours of non-stop work, the Puri man blissfully rides his bicycle along the streets of Sophia with his mouth-watering puri. His wife, Mistress Hendricks, is also an artist who paints. After making puri, Lavanal shared another talent of his with us. He writes his own music, sings, and plays the guitar.
Guyana is where I'm from, located South American region, neighbor to Brazil and Venezuela. So when I'm in the Atlantic Ocean, Guyana is where I'm from, neighbor to Brazil and Venezuela. So when I'm in the Atlantic Ocean. Thank you.
Hendricks is one of many young entrepreneurs that has used his art to establish a life as a successful businessman. We know dance as moving rhythmically to a beat, but there is so much more to this lovely experience. Let's take a closer look at dance and how it was celebrated locally.
Right now, my world needs you right now.
Show me your face, fill up this space. My world needs you right now. My world needs you right now. I can't escape being afraid. Fill me with you right now. My world needs you right now.
Dance, a performing art, consists of carefully choreographed bodily movements of individuals, large and small groups. The categories of dance are widespread and are recognized by their choreographies. A millennial-old art form, since paintings depicting what appear to be figures dancing date back to 3300 BC. A global language to which anyone can relate, dance expresses emotions, heralds celebrations, religious and spiritual ceremonies, but most of all, dance entertains and captivates all onlookers. On the 29th of April 1982, International Dance Day is the same as the birthday of Jean-Georges Nouveur, creator of modern ballet.
International Dance Day, as a lot of persons would have already known, is celebrated every year on the 29th of April. It's a UNESCO-based project.
When dancing, people sometimes transcend to the realm of the supernatural. Music and movement combine to fuse bodies and mind to an elevated state. This ecstatic experience liberates, extends deeper into one's inner dimension using the person with the universe. That piece was taken from the official message for the National Dance Day 2019, which is produced by the Ministry of the Presidency, Department of Social Cohesion, Culture, Youth and Sport. We present to you groups from region number 3, 4 and Georgetown.
Globally, dancers and lovers of the art join in the celebration each year with the intention of getting across the message, celebrate dance. Revel in the universality of this art form, cross all political, cultural and ethnic barriers, and bring people together with a common language, dance.
Celebrating dance, crossing all barriers, and bringing people together with a common language. Our personality of the week is an energetic singer who hails from the village of Buxton on the east coast of Demerara. Mark Lester Batson, a proud Buxtonian who began his music career at age 5. A singer and songwriter who delivers reggae music that speaks culture, love, and originality.
I started singing The Virgin Mary. Yes, the Virgin Mary had a baby boy, you know. And then is when I realized from that time, I got a nice voice. So I say, you're gonna happen. I want to sing too. But then I was an athlete. More of an athlete. I used to run a lot. I even represented Guyana once at a Carifta game. So I really wasn't wanting to drop running or put it down, but then the singing sounded good. So I decided, well, I can take out too. Never, because nevertheless I was young, so I didn't know which way I wanted to go. And I went into some competitions. As I started to get older in school competitions, the school calypso, and I didn't win the first time. You know what, I cried. Yeah, I cried because you expect to win, eh? But then I didn't give up because my mother, Bridget Nelson, teacher Bridget, some people know as Bridget Blair or Bridget Batson, right? She would have taught me all the music I know, me and my little sister Nesta. So, from then, she keep encouraging me, and as I continue to grow, one time I won in the school competition and I feel so anxious. I said, me? I am not going back in the calypso competition. So my mother said, well, you gonna go back in? I said, Mama, you hear them people say, they get an X tempo where you just push your hand in the bag and pull out a topic. She said, Bye, you ready for that? I said, yes, I'm ready. Because you're anxious, you get the vibe and the energy. And I went the next year, the following year, and I do whatever I set out my mind to do, I did it. And I pulled the topic, and as the competition commenced, I couldn't even believe, I couldn't make up a song so quick in the space of a minute. So all of this music that people are seeing in Mark Batson just didn't come overnight.
Participation in church choirs and the school competitions fueled Mark's interest in music. Several members of his family pursued music during his growing up years.
Right, I was trained in school. I was trained in church. I even had a time when I had to sing with over 150 children for the Queen of England. So I had a fair share of my music coming into the growth. Edith Peters, the most one of the most relevant music teachers would have also given me some training along with teacher Bridget and other people, you know, Miss Carmen, teacher Eve, those are all Buxtonian. They would have given me some training to enhance my ability now. So you see, all of this come from small days is still on my mind. Mm-hmm.
The Guyanese star was the Junior Calypso Monarch in 2000 and attained Best Newcomer in the Carib Soca competition in 2009. Add to this his participation in numerous local events, gracing the stage with Jamaican artists. Mark performed at Guyana Day celebrations in New York in 2015 and 2016. A year later, he launched his first reggae album, Music Without Borders.
Music Without Borders, basically, it started in a weird way. We didn't know it was an album coming. I didn't know what was I going to do with this music or anything. You know, I was frustrated at the time. I quit music, so I called one of my friends, my producer friend, Vijay Diolal. He's the owner of Paradigm Audio Lab on Numprel. And I said to him, you know what? I just stressed out, man. The only thing I could do good in my life is sing. So I want to sing. So he was like, hey, come, we build up this studio. You tell me what you want to sing. Come in the studio and let me do something with this music. And, you know, we started off with a track and the recordings started coming freestyle. And we did a very good song, an excellent song named Stay Focused. That's when the jail burned and stuff, you know. And in the eyes of recording that song, Mr. Wally Fraser, he called and he said to me on the phone, do you know who you were speaking with? I said, yes. Father Wally? He said, yes. And he would have said to me, I would like to be a manager, right? And all of this came into being from management. I told him what I was doing with the song, the music, and then I would have vouched for my producer because I don't want to be ungrateful. You know, loyalty is the key. And we took whatever resources we had to Vision Songs. They listened to it and they said, okay, we can enhance this music in such area, this area, bring some live instruments to it. And we didn't even know we would get an album.
Mark's hit single, Second Chance, is well known and probably a personal favorite. This selection was well received throughout the Caribbean, Europe, and on the local charts.
I can say for the past 3 years, I've been seeing a growth. I don't want to say a rapid growth, but a growth, whereby it's moving step by step, day by day, all the way. A couple of years back, I didn't have all these fans and all these people meeting me in the street. People, know Mark Batson, but now it's a whole different scenario, a whole different rundown, you know. So I think, and I don't want to think, I should say that this what I'm doing, music, it gives me everything. It gives me peace of mind, it keeps me calm, and the growth that I am seeing, I'm grateful for.
In 2019, the Guyanese reggae artist was invited to perform at the Dennis Brown tribute concert at Waterfront, Jamaica. His impressive performances sparked other opportunities in the land of wood and water.
I remember when I was called upon to enter the stage, I closed my eye, I started praying. Because I said, God, it's one shot here. Is it in or you out? And I come to stay in. You know, I was looking back, reviewing the video and stuff, and the intro to the song for the Dennis Emmanuel Brown birthday tribute, the concert. When I did the intro for Here I Come, I said, what? Like I read it on a paper? But because of the nervousness, sometimes nervousness it's good, you know, the little nervousness inside of you, it brings out the best in you. I couldn't believe when I hear about the recordings and all these things. I said, yeah, champ, this is it. Right, but it wasn't an overnight work. It was all the hard work being put in from years and years and years beyond, right? What I did, and I was really, really lifted about, is when I sang Second Chance a cappella to the Jamaican audience. They receive it like they know it.
Forgive me for the wrongs that I've done to you, baby. For all the lies that I've told you and the times that I've made you cry. Oh, girl. And even when I show you your love, you're always my motivation, girl. I've never meant to push you away or push you aside, baby. Believe me when I say, for your love, Jamaica, I'm begging for a second shot.
The following day after that event, I went to the fish market to get some fish, you know. Because Mark Batson could cook, get people home by the feel well. I don't know, only a singer. I know myself in the kitchen. You know, one Jamaica man, yo, GT man, come now man, come now singer. You mash up the Dennis Brown thing last night, you know, come now man. I'm like, what? The man know me? I'm going down the streets and people was approaching me the same way. I even was asked after Dennis Brown show to stay back in Jamaica to attend the Jury Awards that was giving awards to Bob Marley and Kofi and numerous more people, you know. And I had to sing with a guy. I sang with a guy. His name was Deborn. I didn't know him. I went there to do one song. They put me to do a whole medley with the guy. So now I have to go and learn the music today, for tomorrow, and I have to fit in. I said, God, don't fail me. This is my third journey here in Jamaica because I had 2 other shows before. I said, God, you can't fail me today. I went back home, I sit, rehearse, to get myself ready and prepare. When I was at the award, trust me, it was overwhelming. Like I said, like everything was just in the right place.
It's not an easy road. I need to hear everybody singing it with me. Let's sing it together. Ready? It's not an easy road. I'm in the city, I'm thinking just for them things I heard about. Who feels it now? Who, Lord, help me not crazy flow. I tried, it's not an easy road. I'm in the city, I'm thinking just for them things I heard about.
Paradigm Audio Lab, in collaboration with Vision Songs, manages Mark's career.
I can't complain. He's progressing. He's doing very well, very well. And he's a good artist. He's a good singer, a good performer. I was just talking to someone from Third World, and they were telling me what a good artist he is. He's disciplined. He's a good performer. He's a good vocalist. He's a good songwriter. So he has everything together. He's a complete artist.
Mark Lester Batson, lead singer of Heatwave Band, continues to strive for higher levels.
Some people ask me, Mark, what music ever do for you? Let me tell you the real deal what music do for me. It sets my spirit free. That's the greatest of all achievement. You know, when I stressed and nothing going on right, I just hum me one melody in my head, and my body becomes calm.
That feature definitely mentioned everything you need to know about Mark. Ballroom dancing is a stylish and graceful art form. It requires partners to be in perfect harmony to feel an amazing story.
Ballroom dancing is a formal social dancing in couples, popular as a recreation and also as a competitive activity. The ballroom dance repertoire includes dances developed from old European folk dances such as the waltz and the minute, Latin American dances such as the tango, rumba, and the cha-cha, and dances of the 20th century origin such as the foxtrot and quickstep. In ballroom dancing, the male leads as he sweeps his partner across the dance floor to the rhythmic sound of music while holding a picture-perfect frame. The term ballroom dancing is derived from the word ball, which in turn originates from the Latin word ballare, which means to dance, a ballroom being a large room specially designed for such dances. In times past, ballroom dancing was social dancing for the privileged, leaving folk dancing for the lower classes. These boundaries have since become blurred, allowing all classes to enjoy the wonders of ballroom dancing.
Eres tú, a luz sin salvación, un río frío, tan fuerte y corriente.
Ballroom dance may refer at its widest definition to almost any type of partner dancing as recreation. However, with the emergence of dance sport in the modern times, the term has become narrower in scope and traditionally refers to the 5 international standards such as waltz, Venice, Venice waltz, tango, foxtrot,
L is for the way you look at me. O is for the only one I see.
and quickstep. And international Latin style dances, which include the paso doble, Spanish bolero, Cuban bolero, Zumba,
No tiene la culpa, caballo la danza vana, porque me he despreciado, por eso no te estoy dando llorar.
rumba,
Through my tree, she rides at night next to me.
mambo, cha-cha, East Coast swing, and the jive.
My name is Sally, nice to meet you. Can I tell you, baby? Look around, there's a whole lot of pretty ladies, but none like you. You shine so bright, yeah. I was wondering if you and me could spend a minute.
Ballroom dancing has come a far way since the olden times. Both the young and old enjoy it. Though the techniques may vary for every dance style, anyone can become a ballroom dancer.
Dancing helps to burn calories whilst having fun. So the next time you're dancing, don't look at your feet to see if you're doing it right. Just dance. Thank you for spending time with us. Remember to like our Homestretch Magazine Facebook page and subscribe to our YouTube channel. I am Lorene Ward. Be safe, keep smiling, and stay positive.